Hi, I'm Yuri. This is a nasty clump of hair, and in a few minutes, this clump of hair will show you the secret to having more energy. So watch this presentation until the end, and you will also discover a shocking age-old way of losing weight that actually improves your health, and without becoming a fanatical health nut, using addictive stimulants or expensive foods, or spending hours in the kitchen. Plus, you'll discover the two foods you absolutely must avoid if you want to wake up feeling more refreshed and enjoy lasting all-day energy. I don't know how long I'll have this presentation online or how long it'll be free of charge to watch, so watch this now while you still can. Now you may think you've tried it all and seen it all, but you have never seen anything like this before. And I promise, the tips and solutions you're about to uncover will shock you. And one tip in particular will totally shock you. Remember, I'm about to share some killer stuff to help you enjoy all-day energy and drop weight faster, and some more little-known tips to make you look and feel more alive than ever. First, I'm going to share a story with you that's pretty embarrassing. In fact, it's so bad I almost removed it from this presentation. You'll see why in just a moment, so keep watching. Deal? I wasn't always a best-selling health and nutrition author or a highly sought-after holistic nutritionist, and I certainly wasn't always a guy with the healthiest diet. In fact, for about 20 years, I was dead tired and suffered from an avalanche of health problems. I remember the day when I decided enough was enough. I'm going to share that story with you now, even though it's really embarrassing and will likely bring up some buried emotions from that time. And I think you need to know how deep down the rabbit hole I went before I made the amazing discoveries I'm going to share with you today that now allow me to live this amazing life. I remember it was late on a Wednesday night in the middle of March, just a few days before my 17th birthday, and I had just returned home from soccer practice. And the reason I remember this is going to be really clear in just a moment. It was unusually warm for that time of year, and I remember feeling all sticky as I peeled off my sweaty training attire. You see, I was a goalie, so my padded shorts and knee-high socks were covered in dirt, and I noticed that I even picked up a few skid marks on my left thigh from all that diving around. Quite frankly, I was a mess. So I marched up our never-ending staircase, as if I wasn't tired enough already, and made my way into the bathroom to get cleaned up. I was tired, my breathing labored, and my hands were throbbing with irritation, compelling me to itch like crazy. You see, having to wear sweaty goalie gloves several times per week flared up my lifelong eczema like molten lava oozing out of a volcano. It was really disgusting. It was so bad that even in the midst of the warmest spring days, I would wear winter gloves while taking the bus to school in order to hide my bare, reptilian-like hands from others to see. Now, seeing and feeling my red, scaly hands in the light of the bathroom brought all those uncomfortable memories rushing back to the forefront of my mind. Now, I was just about to hop in the shower to wash away all that sweat that was driving my hands crazy when I felt it a good idea to first take my steroid puffer to settle my asthma, which was also acting up, as it always did during spring training. I had suffered with terrible breathing problems since I was a child. So much so that when I was really young, I required one of those vaporizer masks injected with steroids just to keep my airways open. So playing sports with my friends in those days was close to impossible. And that night, I couldn't help wonder if my chances of playing the sport I loved, soccer, would be cut short because of my incessant breathing problems. I so desperately wanted to last an entire training session or 90-minute game without having the safety net of knowing my puffer was right beside the goalpost, just in case. As I stared at my reflection in the bathroom mirror, it felt like my life was on hold because of my health problems. My eczema, the asthma, and an unexplainable lack of energy seemed to dictate what I could and could not do. I was sick and tired of feeling like I was 20 years older than I really was. I was fed up feeling tired all day long in spite of sleeping 10 to 12 hours a night. I was 17, damn it. I should have been full of energy and feeling great. Yet I wasn't, not by a long shot. Instead, each morning I had to peel myself out of bed feeling as though I had just been through an entire bottle of tequila the night before. Plus, I didn't drink coffee, so even that couldn't give me a quick, albeit short-term, jolt of energy. At this point in my life, I thought that things couldn't get worse, although they were about to, and I'll share that with you in a moment. And perhaps you can relate to that feeling of knowing you need to change too. With all my health issues, I knew I was in a position where I needed to change, but one more thing had to happen before I really got it. So back to the shower on that warm, sticky night in March after soccer practice. I was in the shower and I grabbed the shampoo from within the basket hanging from the shower head, squirted the gel into my hands, and began washing my hair. And then it happened. As I massaged the foamy shampoo into my flowing brown hair and then rinsed it away, a feeling of rejuvenation and hope washed over my body. Something about that warm, soapy water felt really good. Then I opened my eyes, and in my hands I noticed a mountain of hair. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was shocked. I was confused. And I was certainly scared out of my mind. I thought, did I have some kind of disease? What the heck is going on here? I immediately jumped out of the shower and toweled off, and again noticed more hair sticking to the fibers of my wet towel. In a panic, I rushed over to the mirror to investigate more closely. Once again, I was shocked by what I uncovered just above my left ear. It was a bald patch the size of a quarter. I hadn't noticed it until now, since my longer hair normally covered up that spot on my head. I guess it must have just started falling out. Yet no one in my family had ever had any hair loss problems, certainly not at 17 years of age. So I was dumbfounded by what was happening to me. By the next morning, my pillow was covered in hair. Just a few weeks later, all of the hair in my head had fallen out. So too had my eyebrows and eyelashes. You wouldn't believe the stares I got from my classmates and even my soccer teammates. I felt like an outcast. Maybe they thought I was contagious. I don't know. Either way, I felt alone, as usual. And considering this all happened in my senior year of high school made the whole situation that much worse. I guarantee you, when I tell you I hit rock bottom, my rock bottom was pretty freaking low. Pretty freaking low. And you know what? That one day after soccer practice and the ensuing events caused my entire life to change.